So our initial plan was to go to Minneriya National Park to see the large gathering of elephants, but the water level at the lake was beyond the permissible limit. So that's why we decided to go to Hurulu Forest Reserve. It's a biosphere reserve that was founded in 1977 and has a large habitat of Sri Lankan elephants. And as you can see, it's full of evergreen forest, mostly dry evergreen forest, but there were patches of lush greenery throughout the forest. We hired a 4x4 safari for this. The driver and the vehicle were both supplied to us from the resort that we are staying. That is Sigiriya Sun Shine Villa. The road, as you can expect in any forest, is patchy and muddy. You can see it out here. Our first gathering of elephants was spotted maybe 5 minutes into the national park, and we could spot a baby elephant along with a small herd out there. They were quietly grazing the fields and maybe having their quiet lunch out there. So roughly there are around 7,500 elephants throughout Sri Lanka, and you can spot them at different national parks that they have, like Udavale National Park, Yala National Park, Vilpattu National Park, or others, and even on the roads, as you can see in the later half of the video. We, by chance, got to see a lot of them at the Hurulu National Park. Apart from elephants, there were, buffaloes, wild buffaloes, peacocks. Some people even spotted turtles on the road. I don't know. We didn't. But there's a wide variety of flora and fauna out there for you to observe. There are natural ponds out there, so that's why ample supply of water. The greenery is there. Bushes and all are the right kind of material for elephants to feed upon. So towards the end of our safari, we gathered at a small hill kind of, where all the tourists were there at the closure of the day, and we could see a group of elephants from there again. This time what we tried to do is that while we could spot them from a distance, some people ventured towards the forest. We also followed them. We could see peacocks as well as we went down the hill. Further close, as you can see, as we were having our descent, we could spot the elephants from a closer distance. We tried to venture a bit close. This is the hill that I was talking about. And as we left, interestingly, the number of elephants that we saw inside the park, we saw maybe equal or more than that outside the park, right on the roads. Like in this scenario, we were just outside the national park and we could see a herd of 3. You could see other tourists as well trying to spot the elephant, and even as we were passing by, we could notice other elephants maybe returning to their home like we were doing. One thing I noticed is that the elephants in Sri Lanka, they don't have tusks, as in even if they have, those are very small. And the elephants have a much bigger head size, as in rather than so here you can see a herd of elephants trying to cross the road, and other vehicles also allowing them the space and time to do so. So generally there is a cohabitation between elephants and the villagers out there, and the government also runs many kind of conservation activities so that these elephants are not harmed by the locals. And given that the rarity of tuskers in Sri Lanka, the poaching is not a major threat. There are some bit of, as we read, that some bit of activities, illegal activities, maybe in Kandy area for the illegal trade, but in general, there is no such poaching activity, and that's why maybe it offers a safe haven for elephants, and that's why you can see a large number of them, not only in the national parks but also on the streets. And even the elephants that are harmed due to them encroaching the fields of farmers, there are conservation activities like the Pinawala Elephant Orphanage, for example, or Udawale Elephant Transit Center, that are run by the government so that injured elephants are treated or orphaned baby elephants are taken care of. Since we noticed that it is difficult for the elephants to pass, so the vehicles started moving on, and maybe as the roads become quiet, it would be easier for the elephants to transit from one area of the forest to the other. It's roughly an hour or so, as in not hour or so, I would say 30 to 45 minutes maybe, if I'm not wrong, uh, between Sigiriya, in the place that we are staying, Sigiriya Sun Shine Villa, and the Hurulu Eco Reserve.